Welcome to Ask Carli. My name is Carli and I have hydrocephalus. I'm hoping to make Ask Carli a regular segment where I answer people's questions about hydrocephalus and what it's like to live with it. Since September is National Hydrocephalus Awareness Month, I thought I'd start off with a few questions that I get asked quite frequently. Number 1 is, what is hydrocephalus? Hydrocephalus is an abnormal accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid inside the cavities of your brain called ventricles. In a normal person's brain, the fluid would get reabsorbed from the ventricles into your bloodstream, and you wouldn't have to worry about anything. In someone with hydrocephalus, there's a blockage of some kind that doesn't allow the fluid to freely flow outside of your brain. So for me, I know that I have a blockage by my aqueduct, which is what I was diagnosed with, aqueductal stenosis, and it can't drain properly. Which brings us to our next question. What is a shunt? A shunt is a medical device that gets placed inside your brain to help the fluid drain away from, drain out of your brain. And it can drain into your stomach or your heart like mine does. And from there, the fluid just gets reabsorbed into your bloodstream and you don't have to worry about anything. Unfortunately though, a shunt has a 50% failure rate within the first 2 years, and after that the percentage goes up from there. So there is no cure for hydrocephalus. And a shunt has the highest failure rate of any medical device. This really needs to change. That's our goal during Hydrocephalus Awareness Month, is to make more people aware of what's going on about hydrocephalus, since there is no cure. Fortunately, the only treatment for hydrocephalus is brain surgery. How long have you had hydrocephalus? Well, for me, I've had hydrocephalus since I was born. I was diagnosed shortly before I was 5 months old and had my first brain surgery on May 5th of 1998. Since then, I've had an upwards of 60 brain surgeries to date, and I'm going to be 17 this year, so that's quite a lot for some. Let's see. What does a shunt do? Kind of already discussed that, but a shunt drains the fluid away from our brains so it doesn't cause brain damage, and it drains it into another part of our body where we can safely reabsorb the fluid, and it helps so that way we don't get sick. If a shunt fails, you have a short window of time to get to a hospital or a doctor so that way they can do brain surgery to fix it. Unfortunately, that is the only way to fix a shunt. So I guess I'm going to close out here and say thank you for joining me on Ask Carli, and I hope I can make this a regular segment. Please feel free to ask me any questions you may have regarding hydrocephalus. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. And remember, if you have any questions, ask Carli.